Bringing players out Bowen in, that only helps to raise the level of the club, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, things like that make people sit up and take notice, and maybe that's what we're talking about. We need to highlight those things. I think the quality of player that we're trying to get into the club now has changed. We're working in different markets as well, so the quality that's out there, if you take the time and you put the work in, you can pick up really good quality players, and you can get good value from them as well. So we'll continue to do that. That's part of obviously Mark Cartwright and the recruitment team who've done a great job in that respect. So we're all pulling together. I think it's definitely a team that we've got here that's working really well, and it's integrated, and there's a lot of communication between all departments, and you need that if you're going to move forward together.
I think it surprises a lot of people with the money that you spent, or the lack of it, should we say, over the 2 years that you've been here. Is that part of the blueprint when you came? Did you want to look at the markets and get young players with a point to prove for lower fees?
Yeah, well, I knew there wasn't going to be a great deal of money available. That was made clear when I took the role, so I was quite prepared to go with that, and I understood that because there had been a huge investment prior to my appointment, so that wasn't always going to be there for the managers here. So I understood that wasn't going to be well, the level wasn't going to be the same as it had been in the past. There'll certainly be funds if I feel there's good players available and we can get them, then I will get backing. But we've been close to a number of big signings, but for whatever reasons we haven't quite got them over the line, and as a consequence we haven't spent a great deal of money. But I'm sure, and I know that if an opportunity came and we needed to spend a significant amount, then I'm sure I'd get the backing.
To take that next step and to reach that next level, do you feel that you need to do that at some point? Spend a significant amount?
I think there's a lot of clubs, certainly the middle group of clubs, which certainly we're in that Premier League group. A number of clubs are investing and spending a lot of money, and you have to be careful you don't get left behind, because if you look at the Premier League, invariably the ones that spend the most money are the ones at the top. But I'm not advocating we're going to try and spend those levels, but I think we're honest. I think we'll keep doing our jobs well, and we'll keep looking for good players, but as a strategy you can't rely on that every year. We've done really well in the lower market as well, but that's a little bit of luck as well. You've got to be able to get the right person in. Sometimes in any given year they might not be available, so as a strategy that's something that you can't rely on. So we still got to do our work correctly, do our due diligence on players, and make sure we get the right characters into the building. And you can do that without spending money, as we've proven. But long term, at some point, yeah, we will need to invest a little bit more in the squad.
For a club of the stature of Stoke, does there ever reach a point where you hit the ceiling, you can't get much better than that, you can't get any higher, or do you not share that?
Yeah, I think there is a point, but we're certainly not there yet. That's why I've signed again, because I feel that we've still got more progress and we can attain more than we have done up to this point. There may well be a point in the future that we can't get any higher, or we think it's unattainable, but we're certainly not at that point now, and that's obviously behind my thinking in terms of renegotiating and recommitting here, because I think we've got more success ahead of us.
European football, I'd imagine that would be one long-term ambition.
That's the aim. If we can, it's difficult to break into that top group, but once again, those are raised expectations, and that's something we'll strive for. We might be able to do it. We'll try our utmost to make that happen, because I know the club and our fans have got great memories of the last time they were in Europe, so we'll try and replicate that if we can. I think it's something I've done as a player and as a manager, being in Europe, and enjoyed that experience. So let's see if we can do it.
And finally, Mark, how refreshing and reinvigorating has it been for you to be at a club like Stoke after your previous experience? The coach family gave you this opportunity, and you've come into
it. Yeah, I knew I was going to get a different experience here. Obviously, at the end of the day, I needed to get my principles over to the players as quickly as possible and make them believe in what I was saying. And I like to think the experience as a manager that I've had and the staff that I've brought here, I was always going to be able to make a good statement here. I obviously it's gone arguably better than I probably would have thought, but that comes from being at a stable club with the coach family and their ownership being really stable. That enables you just to get on with the business of trying to win Premier League games, and that support that I've had is really vital, and I think that permeates right to the club, because everybody is comfortable, everybody understands that we're part of a really sound football club here, and that gives you a chance to achieve.
You've got the backing of the supporters as well, undoubtedly now.
Yeah, well, we get the support we get is unbelievable. That doesn't change, or hasn't changed since I've been here, but it should never be taken for granted, and we never do that. It's quite remarkable when the Britannia gets rocking. It's fantastic. Our away support is unmatched in my view. So I'd like to think we've given them something to enjoy and cheer about, and we'll try and do that in the future as well. That's the intention.
Good luck for the next 4 years.
Thanks, man.